Yukietti versus Xbox96861. Yeah, let's try this one. Okay, so we got Yukietti as the Ottomans and Xbox as the Chinese. So we got another China versus Ottomans today. It's not the first one we've seen. In fact, I think we started the stream with that, so this will be a pretty fun one to look at. So it looks like Ottomans, of course, are going to start with their mosque and plan their trading post right over here, and then build a house shortly afterwards with a bit of wood chopping. Chinese are going to stick to their normal build order, I think, because we can see the Explorer hanging out right here by the TP socket. Will he sit down on it, or, yeah. Alright, so we got a village coming up right now. That'll give him some population. Going after the treasure garden right there, very good. Food is about 30. Nice little boost. Yeah, so what strategy is this China going for exactly? Is he going for the strategy we saw the first China going with, or something a little bit different? I think he's going for something slightly different, because he is actually not going for the trading posts, which is something we see a lot of the standard Chinese build orders calling for. He's actually just going for a village, and he's going to build a market. Okay, so that's a bit different already from what I'm used to. So I'm presuming he's expecting to get the hunting eagles very quickly from that. The good thing about Chinese and Asian market upgrades in general is they are kind of cheap. You know, hunting dogs is about 50 wood and 50 gold. But with the Asian technologies, while they are a little bit weaker, they are very cheap. You know, it's only 25 wood and 25 gold to get it. So it's an easy grab. You know, it's an easy grab to get hunting eagles and get a slightly boosted hunting rate. I believe would be 5%. Hunting dogs is like 10%. I believe hunting eagles is closer to 5%. So it's a little bit smaller, but it does make a bit of a difference. First card will still be T-Export to get a free consulate. Bring in that export trickle, and then obviously send 100 export right to your inventory right away. So, yep. I'm presuming he's gonna go Russian, but I don't know. We have seen other China players like Break and Me that actually have gone French before to utilize their resource crates, and he will not do that. He will go Russian. So he is gonna go for that blockhouse. Guaranteed. Yeah, so he's going to play standard there, which I think is totally cool. Blockhouse definitely gives you a good forward base advantage as well as a defensive one, so good for you. Whereas the Ottoman, well, let's look at his deck first. So he's got, I think, a pretty standard starting deck. The choice of Pioneers is very interesting. I think this one is presuming that you expect a lot of pressure on your vills to potentially prevent them from getting raided. I would have rather you get like a resource crate card here, or maybe the one that gives you a flamethrower with some Chukunu. I like that one too, or maybe the one that gives you a castle with the flamethrower. There's a lot of good Age 2 cards that I think that just work better than Pioneers personally, but we'll see if that ends up working or not. How about the Ottoman? Ottoman is looking, well, he does have the basic building blocks. Jan, Delhi, basic crates, 5 vills. He does have the Royal Decree, but he does not have the discount card for it later. As far as H3 is concerned, he's got Falk, Safahi, Jan, Mamluk, and then Abbas, so he's got a pretty reasonable H3. H4 is pretty basic, bombards in the factories. His upgrades are pretty emphasized on artillery. He's got Kulele School to basically get his Abbas up. I believe, wait a minute, no, why does it boost up? Yep, Abbas and his Humbarasis basically, as well as his other infantry, and then obviously Sebasi boosts up his Abbas and Humbarasis, and then Topkaler will boost artillery, Abbas, and Grenadiers, yeah. So yeah, quite a bit there. Quite a bit of artillery stuff, that's all I'm going to say. rest of it out of my mouth sound like gobbledygook. Alright, so Ottoman's going to start stable with Delhi. Could potentially go good, but we'll see what he's got in store for us. China goes for Summer Palace, the standard wonder you normally go with, so you can get some free banner armies, as well as the boost of 400 food from the age up itself. He already has that blockhouse ready to go. Where's he going to put it? Where will that blockhouse go? Because that's going to make a huge difference here. Yeah, he's going to put it right in that spot over there. Right next to the consulate, so he's going to build it defensively, which I think is totally fine. I mean, you know from last game where we saw Sheikh going up against the Chinese, how he handled that, so I would definitely say you want to play more defensively against these Ottomans, because you just don't know what they're going to pull on you. If they're going to go for a fast fortress with Falcons and stuff, I would want my buildings in my base as well, just to give yourself a little bit of time to maybe conjure up some sort of a defense, at least in my opinion. So we'll see. What do we got here? Oh, big treasure. He got the 320 XP treasure right there. That's a big one. As I always say, the Ottomans really love their shipments, and they're going to get a lot out of that. I mean, look at how much that ended up swinging the pendulum. That's pretty huge. 700 gold. Is he going to make more delis, or is he going to just work with this? Oh, he's getting some raiding done. Good. He's got some more delis here, too. His raiding game is going okay. He's getting some kills. He is getting some kills. Yep. Good thing about the village, you can garrison villas inside, so that's always a good advantage to have. He is training an imam. Oh, interesting. I don't know a lot of players that actually build healers in this, you know? I think it's kind of fascinating he's actually getting a healer to help heal up his troops. I mean, it's one of those things I think everybody takes for granted, is regenerating their units' HP so they don't have to train more of them. But hey, if he can finagle in an imam to heal his cav, it's not a bad thing, you know? Probably ends up saving him resources in the end if he can just heal up those troops anyways. So yeah. Yeah, I think the reason we don't see a lot of healers be used in AoE 3 is just because there's so much action going on between higher skilled players that they just don't have the time to heal up their stuff, basically. That's at least in my opinion what I would think about. So yeah, definitely. He's going to be aging up with the Exiled Prince, so he's just going for age up speed at this point. Not even going for Abyss. The China's also going to be going Fortress as well. You can tell from their resource accumulation. Going with Academy, right? Confucian Academy. Get some free Arquebusiers. Get that guy into a village right now. Yep, great. Okay. So, 2 people going to H2, H3 simultaneously. I think Ottomans will arrive there a little bit faster based on the fact that they went Exiled Prince, but we'll see anyways what that is. Yep, he is an H3 already. He is going to ship in 1,000 wood. 1,000 wood. I just wonder what that 1,000 wood is going to go towards. Is he going to try to put down a 2nd or 3rd 2C? Is he gonna go with maybe an artillery foundry with that? What's the method of his madness here? We'll have to find out exactly what his game plan is with that. We'll see. Yeah, definitely. Oh, trying to get my arrow keys back online there. Alright, so he's going to get Veteran Delhi. That's pretty reasonable considering it's the only troop he's making. May as well upgrade it now. He is starting to queue in Janissaries as well for a bit of anti-cav and a bit of range infantry, which I think is pretty fair. You can't go straight up Old Delhi because then the China can just spam Kijiks and Quangs on you, so you do have to be wary of that. He is going to ship in Sifahi too. That's the big hitter. That's the big hitter that the Ottomans get, is the Sifahi. Essentially, it's a pretty tanky and high damage hand cav that has splash attack, and it regenerates hit points too if it's not battling. So if you can keep him alive and put him on the sidelines, he can actually last a pretty long time too, though, Suffice. So that's pretty good. Let's see. So Suffice coming in, Janser is still queuing up. Mosk is getting the Galata Tower district so he can continue to produce more villagers from that town center. He's actually starting to get some of the training upgrades too, like the millet system, so he can actually start spawning in those villagers even faster. Yep. So far it looks like I just don't know what China's ultimate unit training strategy is going to be here. He's going to go territorial army with the Chengdao and the Arquebusier, it looks like. Oh, interesting. So he is going to make an imperial army from his blockhouse. So iron flails with arcs, interesting choice. We'll see how that ends up working out. Oh, he's got an intervention too with the Russians, which will give him a big... Oh, no, he switched to the Germans, right? Yeah, he switched to the Germans, jawohl. He's gonna get, I believe, Doppelsoldiers with that, right? Yep, about 5 Doppels. Autotech to veteran upgrades. That'll be quite nice. Alright, now, let's see how this ends up working out. I mean, definitely some veteran Doppels will make a huge difference against the cavalry. But we'll see if that's enough, though. Because he doesn't have really a lot of anti-cav other than that, and maybe... He has a few Chengdaos, right? Or did he not? Oh yeah, he got it from the Summer Palace, so it's going to spawn in very slowly. That's just something to look out for. Oh, and now he's getting a Forbidden Army with some Iron Flails and Meteor Hammers. I just don't know about this combo, though, Jan, Hand Cav. That could be pretty powerful against your comp right now. And I would be awfully worried about that, personally. I indeed would. We'll see, though, if it ends up becoming something serious. Let's see here. Finally getting a War Academy up. That way he can always still train troops now that the blockhouse is down. What's gonna happen to that flying crow? You're gonna protect that, right? Yep. Oh no! Oh man, that's a horrible spawn. Look at that. Did he even get one shot at? No, I think the Falcon sniped him. That's very unfortunate. It's the last thing we want to see usually. Oh, interesting. So it looks like your hammers are going to get the Falconet at least. That's good. Wait a minute, why isn't he not targeting the Falconet with the Meteor Hammers? He could be doing a little bit better there with that, you know. Or is he not giving them enough wiggle room to do that? Alright, he's hitting it now, but... Alright, he got it. That's good. That's good at least. But now he's lost, like, really all of his army, so it's a GG. Yep. Unfortunately, yeah. I don't know. Well, that was a pretty good matchup, I will say. But in general, from what I've learned over the years, Ottoman versus China, Ottoman always seems to do really good against Chinese. I feel like back in my days when I used to do ranked Definitive Edition, I could never figure out what to do if Ottomans went Fast Fortress and they started doing Falk, Safahi, and whatever other troops they could come up with. It would always